doghouse that our old dog, we bought it just so that when our old dog we could leave in the yard.
Yeah.
But our neighbors freaked out and called the dog
Oh,
officer.
our old dog could stay outside all
the
day,
time.
alone.
It
Yeah.
was totally
With nobody
fine.
home, it wouldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
It would like make a little bed behind a tree, and it was fine. But our neighbors across called the dog officer on us.
Yeah.
And said, you know, you're cruel leaving your dog. I said, it's not like it's 32 snowing
Yeah.
or anything. I'm like, there's no problem here. And he said, well, it is fine, but you have to have a house
Yeah.
for the dog
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that like the dog has shelter
Yeah.
outside. So we bought a dog house. The dog never went in it ever.
Yeah.
We used it to store
But you were
stuff.
legal then.
Right, then we were legal. We knew we weren't abusing. Like, what the
Yeah.
hell? It's a dog, it's fine. But this dog wanted to go in it. She went in it. She kind of liked it. I don't know why. It's interesting. It's outside.
Yeah, some dogs like to den. You know,
Okay.
so it's like a den that they would have. Some dogs don't really particularly care for it. All right, someone else want to set her up for this?
For a long place.
Place, yeah.
All right, so we can walk
We
her off
have
it.
to tear her away from Teddy. Oh boy. Lucha Libre, let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Lucy, place.
Now give her a correction and body bumper on. There you go. And then drop the line. Walk away. Be ready to, after you sit, jump right up into her if you have to. I'm in the market to buy some places, and I think she likes like the airiness of this. And they do make pet cots.
Yes,
Oh,
the
Lucy
raised,
knows.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
They're made out of like mesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are cool.
I've been thinking
With
of
the
getting
PVC
some of
pipes.
those. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good
That's a
idea.
good one.
Yeah.
She probably would like that. Then we could move that around. It's not. She wouldn't chew on
Right.
it like a.
Be ready to walk. Yep. Just walk. There you go. Good job. That's okay. That was a good distraction right there.
Yeah.
We have my dogs out here with her when I'm working with distractions with her. And I was going to see when we go for a beach walk if I can get her to do it on one of the benches or something.
So in theory, the goal would be for her to know that word, and so if we even went to a friend's house or something, that she would go
Right.
with the word.
Right.
Okay.
You don't want to be out of her eyesight though. That would be way too advanced for her.
But if we went,
Yeah, like if
I
you were
don't know,
sitting like
we're
this out with your
outside
friends.
somewhere,
Yeah.
we could be able to
Yeah.
not do sitting on the dog.
Right.
Maybe that would be first step, but then another would be
Right.
that she could go
To her
somewhere.
place. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why it's good to start practicing with different places. So they're like
Yeah.
anything high
Okay.
or different. You know, it shouldn't be different than the ground it's on. So I would never put a piece of rug on a piece of rug to a place because they have to feel with their
Oh
feet
yeah.
Oh,
where
okay.
they are.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, watch out. There you go.
So she should stay for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then how
Well,
many
I
times?
actually practice with her for half an hour a day.
Okay, all right. So that would be another thing
Right.
besides sit on the dog.
But it would be
or-
easier for you to start with 5 minutes.
But that way we could do it at night.
Yep,
Like we're
yeah.
watching a show and yeah,
Watch the
because
feet. She's looking low. When she starts looking down the ground low is when I know she's bug or
Finding
oh
it.
bleed. There we go. emptying a glass of wine on the front lawn. Yeah, just as long as you can jump up and get her.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
I mean, all these things would be amazing if we could sit outside with the dog and not
Yeah.
have her feel like, not be afraid that she's gonna run away, or
Right.
because there's a lot of other dogs in the neighborhood, and she would always want to be,
Running into Andy's backyard. Oh man.
yep, runs into Judy's backyard, the lady with the baby voice.
Yeah. Yeah, walk right into her front. Right in front of her. In. Yeah, and now step on the leash. Then give her a leash correction and
Lucy, place.
can't make her go, yeah. She was trying to set the terms there.
Right.
I'd rather sit next to Jerry. So I'm going to start the clock again for 5 minutes. She got all the way off.
So how has she been with?
Does she ever just take off?
Yeah,
I don't let her. That would be good, wouldn't it?
for us she does. That's like why he's asking. Because we'll be in the yard. Robin, everything will
Sorry,
be
no,
fine.
your
Gone.
dog just took off.
Right. But we'll be playing.
Yeah.
That's what'll happen is we'll be playing and everything's fine
Yeah.
and I'm feeling great. Like dog's totally listening.
That's when the e-collar comes in handy, and not just so. See, again, you don't want to correct her every time, but once she gets used to the fact that you can call her back. So I'm always paying attention
Okay.
when she's out here and when we get off the leash. And when I start with the e-collar, I keep her a little bit tight to me, like I won't let her. Like my dogs can go and run all the way to the other side of the woods over there and go traveling back and forth, and I'm not worried. So when I start her, I'm probably not going to let her go all the way over there.
Okay.
You know, it will be somewhere like in that island where the lilac tree is right there. And then
Okay.
I'll call her back. And when I know that she can do that, then I go in the woods over there where there's all sorts of things.
Okay.
And then I let her off in the woods. And I
Okay.
call her back and call her back.
Would that be something like?
Yes,
so
it's
how would-
something you can do. Yes.
because right now she'd be like gone.
She like jumped off.
Well,
Yeah.
notice she could right now take off if she wanted to.
Okay. Yeah. But. That's
I call the long line
So
the
do the
manual
long line
e-collar.
first. Yeah. So should we have this first before
Yeah,
we do the
yes.
e-collar? So like
She'll
in
be
the,
off leash with you and me when we do the e-collar at first, but when you go home,
Oh.
yeah, put the long line on it first, get
Okay.
comfortable there. And then I said, like, get comfortable in the house too. So like when I want to, like if she wanders into another room, I want to be able to go, Lucy, let's go. I didn't want to say that very loud because I didn't want her to think I'm actually calling her now, and have her come right to me. So
Okay.
once you can do that in the house, you're pretty safe, not as safe, but pretty safe outdoors at that point.
I'm trying to think of what would be. So right now we're still at the camper for a couple
Yeah.
weeks. So our problem we were having at the camper was we have like a tie out.
Just step on her leash right now with both feet. I don't think she's going to go anywhere, but I just, whenever she comes in, that's just her tennis store.
So
Now you can step on her.
she would like I had to make the tie out so small that it would be she could only stay in this deck
Yeah.
area because she would go
And that
into-
gets them really frustrated.
Yeah, she would go and dig like this
Yeah.
in the yard. So, I mean, I don't know what you think I should do with her if I was to leave the camper because I have to go somewhere.
Do you guys have a crate at the camper? I mean, she's
No,
pretty
we
good at the
haven't.
crate
Okay.
here. She
So I
might
should
even be
crate
good
her.
in a confined space in the camper now.
Okay. Like the
You know?
Florida room, but I'm afraid that she
Yeah.
would chew something up.
Yeah.
But there's nothing to chew there.
Well, it's the futon, you never know what she would
Yeah.
think to chew.
The wire.
But bring the crate.
Yeah, I'll have to get the crate. Okay.
Yeah, she's very good in the crate.
All right. And then could I leave the crate outside or would that would be like cruel because now she can see everything?
I don't know that would be cruel, but I prefer it to be inside. I don't think she would ever break out, but we have an escape artist in there now, so you never know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
She
Get down the
yes,
crate?
one of them.
It like
she
jiggles it till it
no,
loosens?
she took the bottom frame and she bent it all the way up.
Really?
With her, because they're
With
so
her mouth.
strong.
You're kidding me.
No,
What kind of dog?
she's a golden retriever. We think Newfoundland mix.
Oh,
She
wow,
has
strong.
extreme
Yeah.
anxiety. So now we
Okay.
have, so we can't put her in any collapsible crate. Luckily, we have an old-fashioned crate that's not collapsible at all.
Mm.
That's our strongest one, and she hasn't been able to figure this one out yet. But she can get over fences.
Wow.
She can climb up.
Is that your dog or you just
No,
board
it's
her?
not mine. No, she's training here.
She's trained.
Oh wow.
And
She's
she got out of.
That's awesome. That's great.
Okay, now I don't feel so bad. I don't feel like my
Oh.
dog's.
And she doesn't have an official owner yet. This is the first time we're doing it for a rescue.
Oh,
Only
yeah.
because we trained one of the rescue's other dogs that was with a foster mom, and we trained the dog so well that the foster person decided to keep her. Like the foster person had hired us, not the
Oh.
rescue,
Wow.
because she planned to bring her back and rehome her.
Oh.
Okay, and then she.
But then,
so
yeah,
she
but
got
then we
attached.
got her so well that she was like, oh, I'll just keep Mandy. And then so this rescue's all the way in Tennessee, and they happen to have another dog in Maine. And so they
Okay.
contacted me, will you help us out with this dog?
Golden
So,
and Newfoundland.
yeah,
It's big.
big-ish. I mean, she's fluffier. I don't know. She's able to go through really thin spots like an octopus, so I'm not really sure how actual big she
Yeah.
is. She's
Wow.
a lot of fluff.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's wow.
Yeah.
And she got
So-
really nervous, like.
Yeah, I started videoing her because we couldn't figure out how we have a playpen in there that blocks off the door. And every time we would look, she'd be over
Yeah.
top of the playpen.
Oh, man.
So I finally, we have a camera in there that can track movement and record. So I just recorded her and I saw her. She climbed on top of one crate, then she climbed onto the next crate, and then she jumped over.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh, smart.
Yes.
Wow, that's what
Yep. Smart dogs aren't always easier.
All right, yeah.
Oh, she's been on there for 5 minutes. You can release her.
Okay.
Actually.
Yes. Good girl, Lucy.
She's like, I'll just stay here.
Oh, you good girl. Yeah.
Anyone else want to try this one?
Ready?
You want to do it, Teddy?
Just be ready to spring out of your chair when you set her up, especially you, because she'll want to go to you.
She loves you, Ted.
She does. You can see a little light eyes light up. My boy.
Just pick up her leg, honey.
I know.
I love dogs and their children. So
One.
cute. Yeah, just
Just
walk
walk.
with her. Be your leader.
This is very dumb.
So,
Nice.
There we go.
Good girl.
You'll be ready, Ted. If she steps off. Get her. Oh, she went for you, and you said it really quietly. That was good.
Yeah, you know, when I say commands, they're always like in a monotone because
Yeah.
it's my normal speaking voice. I think sometimes my voice is too flat now because I'm used to talking to dogs like this all the way. Like there's no inflection when I'm talking to the camera. Like people must be bored out of their minds because I'm always talking really calmly to the dogs. you
But
know?
that's important
Yeah.
because ordinarily that's how you would talk.
And if you get excited, they tend to think you're barking along with them or getting excited with them, ready to play. The baby voice, in other words.
Yeah.
Ah.
Good job.
I'm sorry.
I
I
don't
won't
know
do
that
it.
word. That is, I'm gonna look that up.
I know. I'm surprised. I hear it all the time. I get so busy chasing dogs, I forget I want to look that up, you know? I don't think it's the woodpecker. We do have a lot of woodpeckers around here.
Is it like a quail?
Yeah, could be. We do have. It's definitely not a turkey. That's not what they sound like.
Daddy.
Watch it.
Daddy.
What?
If she steps off, you gotta.
No, she was getting interested in the grass.
So should we have each of us do this, or
Yeah.
doesn't matter? Okay.
She's fine.
Yeah, just walk away for her. Just walk into her if she gets off again, but try to go sit down. And then just jump up and walk right into her if she gets off. She's just testing it. She's like, my pots are right, here she goes. So when I'm doing this and I'm watching TV, well, there's 4 of you, so one can like be paying attention to what she's doing. But I try to pretend like I'm not, and I don't really watch anything I'm really all that into. Like I just found a really good show, so I didn't watch what I'm doing this.
It's hard to find a good show.
There's something I found on Prime. It's called Picnic on something. It looked really lame, but it ended up being really pretty good.
You're gonna have to go get her, Toad.
Yeah, just walk right into her. She's right back.
I can't.
Nope, 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 nope.
Here's a way to get some exercise during the day. Okay. Oh, just she's fine once her paws are on there. Just keep going up to her. This is a lot of what I have to do when I start a dog. Yep.
So what else? Is there anything else we
Oh.
Nope, nope, nope,
problems that
nope.
occurs? Jay?
Yeah.
What is
You
there?
can give her a leash correction, so just pull her back on. Oh.
Oh,
Wait,
it's
what?
stuck.
It's stuck. The leaf is stuck.
Oh wait.
Let's do like this.
It's under the
Probably. Twist.
He cheated.
So going after, okay, so I'm thinking of things that if we're walking and I'm doing, hitting her near heel,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Doing that.
I liked your little heel right there. That was very,
Doing
very
heel.
expressive.
And she's here, but then some other dogs
Yep.
come. Sometimes that would be a time where we were really kind
Yep.
of, okay. So how is
She's
she?
not. We did have a couple dogs come off leash, and just a very quick correction.
Okay,
Pretty much.
so just keep going, okay.
Yeah, and then I kept going.
Alright, I'm trying to think of what. Remember when
But
I
we'll
first brought her
probably
here,
have
she
that
was
happen because
jumping
it seems
straight
like-
up in the air, like super excited.
She's not doing that so much more.
Okay.
With well, not at all with me. So we'll
Alright.
have to see.
I don't know what that
Her.
means. What she's
Just means she's
telling
super.
me.
It's a puppy thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
alright.
So the more days she gets practice not doing that with you, or
Okay.
doing it at appropriate times. Like sometimes you're playing ball with her and it's okay
Sure,
for her
she
to
can
do
jump
that.
up. Exactly.
Right?
But not.
But not when you're on a walk.
Yeah, and I'm trying to greet
Right.
someone, and she's,
Right.
Yeah, she would just.
So
Like,
she's going to
scoot
have
in the air.
21 days of practice with us not doing that. So
Okay,
and then,
so now I have to continue.
right,
it.
right.
Okay. This is really good. She's like so much different.
She's the same. She's just been focused on. She's been here.
It'll
Let's see,
be
Wednesday,
3
Thursday,
weeks.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 17 days. 17, 18 days.
I know. We miss her. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I miss the dog. I think about her. I'm like,
That's
where's the
good.
Dog? The dog would be great right now. It's so good.
And she'll be even more fun now because
Yeah,
she can
it'll
be.
It was
Well,
I
yeah.
was frustrated, and I felt very much that I couldn't
Yeah.
control her, and it was not fun.
Well, it's hard when you don't know what to do.
Yeah,
So
and
now
I
you're going to
felt-
have like a game plan of what to do,
exactly.
and then you can follow that.
Good trade. Jake continues.
You smell something down there. You should do a video conjoined little monologue for her. That'd be really cute.
There's a lot of chipmunks and mice this summer all over.
Yeah,
Our friend's dog is just,
killing them all.
yeah, ripping the head off
Oh,
of the
My
chipmunk.
cat
That's-
used to do that.
Oh yeah, Bob told us their dog Henry just goes out, grabs it real quick, and rips the head off.
At least it's quick.
Right.
They see the inside of my mouth and it's all over.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not played with, you know, to death.
Right.
Yummy.
I know. I don't know why there's so many, but there are. The whole
Maybe
trailer-
because we're all
Overrun.
inside more
Yeah, maybe
maybe.
and distancing more.
that they've kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, or I don't know. We have some coyotes where we live in Malden,
Yeah.
and people freak. Oh, the coyote's gonna attack! You know, we need to
Yeah.
like get rid of the coyotes. And I felt now that they've gotten rid of the coyotes, now there's bunnies everywhere
Yeah.
and all these other
Yeah,
small
that too.
animals. I'm like, the coyote wasn't bothering us, but
Right.
it was controlling the rabbit population.
That too.
Yeah, now
Yeah,
there's rabbits.
Oh, the
everywhere.
rabbits are everywhere. I don't like that. If you try to grow anything, they're eating them.
Yeah, that's what happens when you mess with Mother Nature, you know?
Yep.
You disrupt the whole ecosystem. Okay, Teddy, you can go back and release her. So just go up and say yes. I don't know that she'll move per se, but that's nice to see that right there.
Yeah, it is that because usually she would do this a lot,
Yeah.
or try to bite him.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, she isn't.
She
I
isn't.
didn't
Remember?
even
See, I was
remember.
trying to remember all the bad things that
Yeah.
we hated. She would go.
that's why the more days they have practice, it doesn't mean you won't have like a bad day. There are just some days dogs, you know, you feel like you didn't train them anything. You're like, do you remember what we've been going over all this time? They do have those days because they're still puppies, they're still young, you know.
But
Ah,
I think she needed to have the
Sit.
structure to break her of those things
Right.
that she was just doing every day. Tell her no.
no.
Grab the leash. Then.
Yep. You broke her so she can be off the place. She just can't go run over there to her buddies. They're probably in the pendant area now. Anyone else want to try this? You
I'll
good?
do what I get. I already tried it, right? Oh no.
Well, she
I've
would do
lost
it for
track.
you anyway.
I
Jay.
lost track. Sorry.
We already know. You
But it is good for different family members to
Oh,
do
Lucy-
it so that she gets used to
Lucy
listening to them.
plays.
I always tell my husband, yeah, you can correct her on. So like my husband doesn't work with the dogs as much as I do, and hence they don't listen to him as much as I do.
Lucy.
But he does work with them enough.
Lucy
You know.
plays.
Yeah, just correct her on.
Pull her up.
Don't let her
Come on.
get away with it yet. And then watch those feet.
Ted, do you have a bathroom that Ted could use? Is that
do.
okay?
Yeah, I just have to get Robert to keep the dogs over on that side.
It's mauled by 28 million. Can I stay in Maine for the week? Yeah, but you need to get back with your mother. Okay. You have enough stuff here? Yeah. I have like 4 or 5 outfits. There's always the wash.
So you're not gonna? Is the soccer not on this week, or you're just not gonna do it?
No, it's on. I'm just not gonna do it. I just wanna stay in. go after.
Right, so you need to be.
Observant.
I'm gonna have a grooming appointment for her. Shaver. One more. What do you think?
Oh, I need to take you Wednesday to the dentist for to look at your pulling your tooth out.
This Thursday we have. What? Wait a minute. What?
Never mind.
Never mind what.
I'll just go.
Hey.
Hey.
Or I could come pick you up Tuesday night.
Well, they have a physical on Thursday.
Yes, the other dentist on Wednesday.
Oh, help. Tell her to put on her place. See? We could say the word place.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
What time is the dentist appointment Wednesday? Oh, so do you want me to drive him down on Wednesday after I take the head to the
Can that happen? Is that okay?
Dad, maybe I could drop you at Dad's work so I don't have to go all the way to the house or something?
Okay.
Be at work.
I'm not gonna be here.
I'll think about
Hey.
it.
Well, it's you need to decide now. Yeah, fine. Drop off my work.
I got it.
Well, then the next day.
No. No.
That's dog Calvin.
Kind of, yeah.
See, it's testing. We're gonna test it.
She could be
Yeah. Make her stay.
No.
Jack.
Dad, you're such a.
I'm gonna tell her.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, oh, you know what? And my husband says in a little baby voice,
Make her stay, Jack.
stay.
Stay. You can't avoid me. I'm here. I'm gonna friggin' work and let's go. Wanna go? Wanna go?
So then Wednesday, so Thursday at 3:30, I told Ted he has to come. I have to pick him up early, obviously from camp. So I'm gonna pick him up at like 2, and then we'll be at Dr. Chang's for 3:30. So you have to take him and meet me there. I'm not stopping at the house, okay?
Set the.
Or Jerry can ride his bike there.
For what?
Dr. Chang's.
Okay.
No, because it doesn't have a lock.
You bring it inside. Dr. Chang doesn't
You're
care.
a crap.
He'll leave it in the
I doubt someone would like, try to take my leg.
at Dr. Chang's outside they would. It's kind of
Not
like
inside.
not inside. He'll let you bring it in.
Oh.
Drink of water.
Nope. Get back on there. Nope. Get back on there. Please. No, stop.
Yeah, she started to like bark and want to go, so we had to put her back on there.
Good job.
So I made her stay there. She wanted to.
Hey.
No, I'm happy with that. I left her. Oh my
Exactly.
God.
Yep. And
What
she
do I
heard,
do?
she
That's
heard her buddies
true.
barking.
I haven't been the one to leave. Me and Lucy have bonded.
Yeah.
That was good practice for her though. And you guys.
Right, to make her
Yeah.
be listening to us rather
Right.
than doing whatever she wanted to do, which was
Go.
run away.
Right.
See what was happening.
So I restarted the watch again for 5 minutes. So we can go over heel either next time, if you guys are all burnt out, which you might be at this point.
Teddy's hungry.
Yeah.
So.
So we'll do all that next time, the e-collar. Here we go. Good job, Jerry. Pretend like you're stepping on her paws, but don't actually step on her.
Okay.
There you go. She can have whatever she has if you
It's
want
like
her
a
to
piece
have
of
it.
wood.
Yeah.
It's a piece
fine.
of wood. I think
It's
it's
fine. Nothing in the world.
Teddy has a lot of good one-liners.
So heel is walking, right?
Yeah,
And then having
Walking in a very specific, so there's
Okay.
loose leash walk, which means you're walking, she's not pulling on the leash,
Yeah.
which she also knows. But heel is a very specific position, like if you're walking on a sidewalk
Yes.
or on
I
a city street,
would- okay.
there's a very specific position she needs to be in.
Okay.
That's good for that. Yeah, because you're not going to just let her meander when you're
No,
walking
that's
down a city
right. That's
street.
another thing that right. She. Well, I hate it when people have the extendy. It's
Oh.
like on.
Oh, those
I
are the
can't
worst.
stand
That
that.
makes me crazy, and they let their dog
The thing is
come.
like
Oh, I know.
15 feet ahead of them.
When I'm
Yes.
training
Chihuahua.
dogs, you know, I have my eyes peeled for the people with the extended
Yeah.
leashes going like that, and I walk in the other direction. But sometimes people get focused on you. They're like, I want to see that dog, and you can see them actually start to beeline for you. And you're like, no, 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 no.
Or they just let the, I'll be trying to
just
work
let
with
them
her,
do
it.
and they let their dog come
Yeah,
right
yeah.
up. And I'm like, well, then now of course my dog's gonna bark at it or
Yeah.
something. What do you expect? Control your.
I think
Yeah.
she'll have a little bit more self-control now than that.
Okay.
The main thing is you want to remember is you need to give her a command so she knows. Like you
Okay.
can't just like allow her to do that and say nothing.
Okay.
Okay, and then maybe at some point you'll be able to, because she's going to be like, oh, if I bark, I'm going to put in a sit and a stay, I'm going to have to stay there, and
Okay.
that's a drag,
Yeah.
you know? So clearly they don't want me to do this, so I just won't, and I can sniff the dog and
Okay.
get
Yeah,
the
I don't.
pets.
Right. It's fine if she would sniff it, but
Right.
sometimes she. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I'm
It's
sure
really
she
the
wants
other
to.
dog, I
She's
can't-
very friendly with other dogs.
Yeah.
She loves other dogs, but she does have that play, like you said, with the biting of the face.
Yeah. She
So I've
does.
been working with that
Okay.
without the e-collar, but also with the e-collar. Like I just pound a stick on the ground if she starts doing that with a friend and say no, and then she just
Okay. Yeah. She.
gives up the ghost.
She sometimes.
If
gets
her
a little-
friends tell her that they don't want it, she won't do it. But
Right,
there
but
are
sometimes
some.
they're fine. They're like,
Right,
"Oh, you're
yeah.
biting me. It's okay. It's okay.
Right,
it's okay."
yeah.
Right. And I'm trying to tell her no, and the other owner's like, "Oh, it's fine." I'm like,
Right.
"Really?
It's
Your
not
dog is
fine.
biting your dog?"
Yeah, face, yeah. We have one that's even worse. We have a puppy Malinois, very friendly, but she actually tries to drag dogs away by their ears or their jowls.
Oh man.
So we've been working with her to no, you can't do that. Do that to the wrong dog and
Yeah.
it's all over, you know? Most dogs won't tolerate being dragged off by their ear.
No.
Lucy will though. She'll
She
be like,
will.
"Oh, cool, great, thank you, Bailey.
She'll like
This is
it.
fun."
Right. Every
Wee! Then I'll grab your jaws and you grab my
Exactly.
jaws. But Bailey's by far worse than she is.
There we go. I got it.
you get it to make a beat.
That,
That's
no,
what
that beat. That.
You can release her now. She's done her 5 minutes.
Okay.
It's
Good
yes.
girl.
You're supposed
Yes.
to say yes.
Yes.
I'm used to saying okay.
Well, okay is better because yes just means like yes.
No, but that's her word.
Okay. Good. Yes.
Yes.
You could use either or. It's mainly in the inflection, you know. I tend to use yes because I have a whole marker system. So when I say no, that means that that's not what I'm looking for, which I noticed Teddy uses a lot. So that's good. So no just means whatever you're doing, that's not what I'm looking for. So it's just a direction. So if I say good, that means good job. Keep doing that. And if I say yes, that means good job in your throat. You can do be as you were.
Drop it. But she's just chewing on it.
No, it's
Ted.
fine.
She doesn't really eat those things.
You don't eat it.
So I prefer to use those words that way because I consistently use them with my dogs. And then they get to know, like, if you saw my face when I call her a good girl, it just lights up. Because she knows
Yeah.
that she's doing a good job. Did you want to try the final exercise? Or are you good?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
You don't
Okay.
I figured you
No,
guys
good.
are probably exhausted by now. But good job sticking it out. So
It'll just be.
it's a long lesson. That's why I said sometimes the exit lesson, if people don't come before, is like 5 hours long. It's a long
Yeah, it's a long day.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of information to absorb all at once. So at
Yeah,
least you have like
I
this
know.
information to absorb.
I know.
So the final lesson is just going to be Ted and myself. I don't think they can. You guys
That's
can't be.
You can tell them all about it.
Okay.
And show them the videos.